As of now, we've covered the features of composition scheme and its eligibility criteria. In this lecture, we'll discuss the negative list, i.e., the list of activities which are prohibited under GST. As per general logic, we can say that suppliers which are not registered under the GST and whose aggregate turnover falls above the threshold limit of 75 lakh rupees will not be eligible to apply under the scheme. In addition to such suppliers, some other suppliers involved in certain activities are declared ineligible under the scheme. Subsection 2 of Section 10 of the Act specifies a list of registered taxpayers not eligible to opt for it. They are suppliers of non-taxable services. By general logic, we can say anyone who is not required to pay tax under the law are also not required to register under the law. Suppliers engaged in making any interstate outward supplies. Interstate suppliers are exempted to avoid complications, as one of the main objectives of composition scheme is to reduce the compliance procedures to make it easy for small enterprises. Suppliers of services other than restaurants which do not serve alcohol. All the service providers except one are excluded from the preview of composition scheme. Only suppliers dealing in goods can avail the benefits of the scheme. Only service provider who are included are the ones involved in restaurant business. Even in the category of restaurants, those restaurants which serve liquor are excluded. Main reason for such exclusion might be the huge profit margin available in supply of services. Margin of value addition in case of services is very high. This means that service providers are already earning huge profits, therefore providing them with additional benefits under the composition scheme beats the purpose it was introduced for. Supplier of goods and services through e-commerce operators who are required to collect tax at source. There is a simple logic behind this prohibition. As the e-commerce operator is collecting the tax, they are the one who are required to file returns to. The most important point to be kept in mind is that if the e-commerce operator is not required to collect tax at source, then such exemption is not applicable. The last category, which will include any such activity which is notified by the government on the recommendation of the council. Now, we've discussed all the registered taxpayers who are prohibited from registering under the composition scheme as specified under Section 10 of the Act. However, there's another category of taxpayer who cannot avail the benefits of this scheme. They are the occasional traders. Who are occasional traders? As the name suggests, they're not involved in the regular business activities. Examples of such occasional traders are casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. They're not even required to get GSTIN. But that does not mean they can do away with their tax liability. As they are occasional traders, it becomes difficult to track them. Therefore, such occasional traders are required to register 5 days before starting any business and are issued a unique identification number, UIN. As they're not involved in regular business activities, they're also not eligible to register under and avail the benefits of composition scheme. We've been discussing about the benefits of composition scheme, but what exactly are those benefits? We'll discuss the same and do a rational analysis of the same in the next lecture.